Hey there folks, this is Mr. H. I'm going to give you the quick rundown on how to do the 4 different ray tracings that will show up on the quiz. Now I know you have the ray tracing sheet already, but what I'm going to give you right now is a way to make your own ray tracing problems, and you can kind of flip them up, kind of vary them a little bit to give yourself maximum experience using these different scenarios, right? You got your plane mirror, you've got your convex mirror, you got your concave. You can slide that object in or out of the focal point for the concave. So we got a lot of different options to work with. So the very first one we're going to do here is a plane mirror. And for our plane mirror here, remember that's just going to go ahead and be your flat mirror. So if I want to make my own problem, I'm just going to go ahead and give myself a nice flat surface here to work with. There's my plane mirror. Okay, good enough. All right, so normally we have our object over here on the left side. We're going to go ahead and flip it, move our object on the right side just to give you a different perspective here. What can your object be? I mean, anything you want, right? You could draw a person, you could draw an arrow, you could draw a candle. Like, I don't really care. I'm just going to go ahead and draw like a little person here. There we go. Stick figure. They're doing physics, so of course they're going to be happy. All right, so now remember the trick that we're going to do with a plane mirror is we're going to use the knowledge we have that our object distance is going to be equivalent to our image distance. So I'm going to bust out the ruler here, and I'm going to go ahead and measure how far my object is from the front of the mirror. So I see that this is about 5.5 centimeters, so that means my image needs to be 5.5 centimeters on the other side of the mirror. So we're looking at about here, so my person's body is going to be about there. So again, I'm going to do the best I can to try to keep this as even as possible. There we go. All right, not perfect, but good enough. So over here, this is going to be my object side. This is going to be my image side. All right. So now all we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and draw the incident and reflected rays that are going to give us this virtual image over here behind the mirror. So if you'll recall what we want to do, I'm going to go ahead and do these in a different color here just so you can kind of see what's going on. What we want to do is we want to go ahead and draw a incident ray coming in along the bottom of this individual's feet, okay? And remember that ray is going to reflect straight back, so we can go ahead and take that ray, and when it reflects straight back, our brain can be tricked into thinking that that virtual ray is coming from directly behind the mirror in the same position. So we've got our solid line here. This is our incident ray. It reflects back on itself, and then we've got our virtual ray back here. And you know what? We can do the exact same thing off the top of our object as well. So there's your incident ray, and we'll go ahead and we'll drag this thing back here with the dotted line behind the mirror. So we know that virtual rays are going to lead to here and here, the top and bottom of our image, but that's not good enough. We need 2 more rays. So I'm going to go a different color here just so you can see the difference. Okay, so we're going to go another ray off of this individual's feet. It can go any way you want and go up, down, it doesn't really matter, okay, because we know that this reflected ray is going to bounce in line with the individual's feet. So we want to make sure we actually go to the mirror here. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw a ray reflected to their feet. Okay, that virtual ray drags to their feet. So it's going to be dotted behind the mirror and solid in front of the mirror. So what we see is our ray comes in, follows the law of reflection, reflects out, and that reflected ray traces back to their feet. So again, hey, we have 2 rays leading back to this position. We know that that's where our individual's feet will show up. We can go ahead and do the same thing off the top of our head. It doesn't really matter where we go with it. Okay, I can go up, I can go down, it doesn't matter, all right? I'm just gonna go up into the mirror like so. Hey, there's our incident ray. We know this reflected ray is going to lead to the top of their head, which should be, oh, I don't know, about there or so. So remember, behind the mirror gets a dotted line. That's a virtual ray. It's not really there. And then the reflected ray is solid going back the other way. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what we're looking for when we do a plane mirror reflection. Again, I flipped it up on you. I put the object on the other side. Typically, we throw the object over here. It doesn't really matter, right? You can stand on this side of a mirror and have the image show up over here. It's totally possible. And again, what kind of image is this? We call this virtual, right? Because it's behind the mirror, right? Our brain is tricked into thinking it's there. Okay, this is a right side up image, right? It's not inverted, right? He's as you would expect to see. And then in regards to the sizing, right, our image is going to be the same size as our object in the mirror. Okay, there we go. There's your plane mirror. Stay tuned for your curved mirrors. Those are coming up next. All right, guys, this is Mr. H back again. We're going to walk you through the 3 curved mirror types here. We're going to show you how to create your own problems just on scratch paper, or you can do this in your Notability as well. So let's go ahead and start with our concave mirror. Remember, that's a caved in mirror. Concave is the shape, diverge is what it's going to do to light. Okay, so the very first thing you want to do with any of these is you're going to make your principal axis here. You're going to go straight across like so, your principal axis, and then you're going to go ahead, you're going to make your mirror. Now, a concave mirror, right, the bubbled inside of the mirror is going to be facing our object. So for example, let's go ahead and throw our object over here. This time, let's make our object an arrow. I don't know, that's kind of fun. All right, which means our concave mirror is going to be caved in like so. And again, like I did not do a very good job drawing that curvature, but you know what? It doesn't matter, okay? Because what we're going to do is we're going to dot the back side of the mirror. So we can go ahead and drop in a focal point here. So we could do inside the focal point or outside the focal point. We're going to start with outside the focal point. So there's your focal point there of your concave mirror. Now, this would be what the given problem might look like, all right? So you'd say, okay, I know here's my object. It's bubbled in, so this is concave. It's outside the focal point. Great. If you spend some time looking at your notes, you probably can already predict what kind of image we're going to get, but let's walk you through the steps. Take your ruler. Every ray tracing must be done with a ruler. You're going to go ahead, you're going to dot along the curvature of the mirror like so. Okay, this is where our rays are going to go like that. Do not forget to do that, folks. That's the very, very first step we're going to do. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do our 3 rays. Ray 1 is going to go parallel focal point, ray 2 focal point parallel, ray 3 center, and then off at the same angle. But let's start with the one that I always do in red, which is going to be our parallel focal point. So we're going to go in parallel to the principal axis. Let's go all the way to that dotted line. Okay, we're going in parallel. We're going to come out through the focal point, all right? So parallel, and then we're going to go focal point on this guy here. So make sure you actually go through the focal point. I saw a lot of people missing the focal point entirely. Let's not make that mistake. See how I'm actually going through the focal point, parallel focal point. Okay, second ray. I like to do in blue. We're going to go through the focal point and then out parallel. So we're going to start at the top of the object, go through the focal point, go all the way to where the dotted line of the mirror is. So there's how we line those 3 positions up, right? We're going top, focal point to the mirror, and then we're going to come out parallel. So we're going to come out parallel to the principal axis. Let's do our best to try to make sure that's as parallel as possible. I know some folks were struggling with that a little bit when they did the original assignment. Okay, so focal point parallel. This, ladies and gentlemen, is where our object will show up. It's going to show up right here, but we're going to do a 3rd ray for good measure. That one, remember, we go from the top of the object to the principal axis, and then it's going to meet where the other 2 rays already meet. So that's going to look like this. Let's go to the center, like so, right, to the center, and then we're going to make sure it meets where the other 2 already meet. Okay, it intersects like so. And now what we see is we have, right, to the principal axis, off, they all meet here. So that means we will see our image right here. Okay, so I'm going to draw that image, right? It's going to be inverted because it's under the principal axis. It's flipped. It's, right, here if it was pointing upwards, now it's pointing downwards. We would call that inverted. It's in front of the mirror, which means it's real. We could project this onto a screen. Okay, this is upside down or inverted. And in this case, this one is a little bit smaller than the original, but it's almost the same size. Okay, so this would be what you get when you have an object outside the focal point of a concave mirror. So again, use a ruler. I'm looking for, did you hit these focal points for these 2 rays? Are your rays as parallel as you can get them? Okay, so this would be, again, concave outside the focal point. Okay, let's do another concave. Okay, but this time let's go ahead and slide the object inside the focal point. So here's our principal axis again. Okay, let's make a concave. You know what? I'm going to flip it on you guys. I'm going to make the concave facing the other way. Okay, there's our focal point. And let's go ahead and drop our object inside the focal point. Let's do a person this time. There's our person, okay, inside the focal point. We're closer. Okay, so the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to dot the back of our mirror. So dot the mirror like so. Okay, this is where our rays will all go. Okay, so now we're just going to follow our steps. We're going to go parallel focal point with our red ray. That one's easy, no different than what we've been doing. So we're going to go in parallel, okay, and then we're going to go out through the focal point. So I line up that focal point. Make sure you actually go through the focal point. So we're going to hit the mirror, and then we're going to reflect through the focal point. So we've got parallel focal point. Second ray is going to be focal point parallel. Remember, we talked about this in class, okay? If you go straight through the focal point, well, you're going away from the mirror. That's weird, okay? We need to go into the mirror in line with the focal point. So we're going to go this way, into the mirror in line with the focal point back here. So what you need to do is you need to take your ruler, you're going to line up this focal point, the head of the object or the top of the object, and the mirror. So here, here, and here. We get those lined up. That's pretty darn good. So we're going to go focal point in line with the person's head into the mirror. So there's your focal point, and we're going to come out parallel. So we want to make sure we're parallel with that principal axis. Okay, so there you go. Bam. All right, so L, what we see here is we have light rays that are diverging, because when you bring your object inside the focal point of the concave mirror, you have diverging rays. That means they're going to cross somewhere back here behind the mirror. Okay, so let's go ahead and trace those back. Anything behind the mirror is going to get a dotted line because it's a virtual ray. It's not really there. This is where your brain thinks the ray is coming from. But of course, light can't actually go behind a mirror. So let's trace this red one back. There we go. And well, look at that, folks. We see that our image appears to show up here. This is where the top of our image will be. Now, we're going to do a third ray just for good measure, though. Okay, so for this one, we're going to go off the top of the person's head into the center of the mirror. Okay, and we're going to reflect that in line with where the two already meet, which is about here. So we're going to line that with where we're hitting the mirror. Okay, we're going to get a nice straight ray. That looks pretty good. Let's dot behind the mirror. Dot, 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 dot. And then solid lines in front of the mirror. And yeah, this confirms what we already have seen, right? Our focal point parallel, parallel focal point, and center, following the law of reflection. These three rays are diverging, meaning they converge behind the mirror. That means, folks, that we're going to get our image right here, okay, behind the mirror, upright, okay, and larger. So this would be a virtual right side up, and this one's going to be larger, okay, because this is what we see. We did this one in class. This is like where I brought my face really close to that concave mirror, and you get that really large image that's still right side up, but just like super magnified. This is your makeup mirror, okay? So concave mirror, inside focal point, upright, virtual, larger. Okay, and then the very last one we're going to do is going to be our convex. And the nice thing about convex is it does not matter where we place that object. All convex mirrors are going to give you that virtual right side up smaller image. So let's go ahead and flip it up on you guys. Let's put the object over here. So convex is going to be bubbled outward like so. Let's say for this one we're going to do a little candle. This time, let's flip it on you. There's our candle. Cool. All right, and let's just say that the focal point of this concave or convex, mirror is right at this position. So remember, convex is bubbled outward. The focal point is behind the mirror. So the very first thing we do, as we've done with all of these, is you're going to dot the front or the curvature of your mirror, tangent to the curve of the front of your mirror there, like so. There we go. Looks pretty good. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our three rays. We're going to go parallel focal point. So I'm going to go in parallel to the principal axis, parallel, boom, there we go. Now, focal point's down here, so we're going to reflect. Remember, this is going to bounce, okay? We're going to reflect it in line with this focal point. So we're going to line up the focal point with where the ray is striking the mirror, like so. Remember, anything behind the mirror gets a dotted line. So dot behind the mirror, in front of the mirror, solid. There we go. So ray comes in parallel, reflects away, right, diverges, because that's what this mirror does, in line with the focal point. Ray number two, we always go blue. We're going to go towards the focal point and then parallel, focal point parallel. But remember, this ray does not go through the mirror. It's going to strike the mirror and come off parallel. So I'm going to line up Make sure I'm lined up with my focal point. So I'm going to go towards the mirror, strike the mirror, like so, and then we're going to reflect parallel. Okay, so there we go. There's focal point parallel. Oh man, look, our blue and our red reflected rays are diverging, meaning if we drag this blue one back, it should converge somewhere behind the mirror. And very clearly, look, if we dot this thing, hey, there we go. We have convergence here. This is where our image will show up. Okay, don't forget, we always do a third ray. Third ray is going to go to the center and reflect in line with where the other two already meet. So we're going to go in, and we're going to reflect in line with here where we're already meeting. So in, and then reflect in line. So check it out. So we're going to go into the mirror, to the center. Bam, there we go. And now, right, we're going to reflect down this way in line with this position. So I take my ruler, I want to line up these 2 points. Okay, so I'm going to line up where I'm intersecting already in this position here. Anything behind the mirror gets dotted, right? Dot that, and then this gets solid. Bam, there we go. So we have 3 rays diverging. Okay, we have our 3 virtual rays converging. That means our candle will be seen here above the principal axis. This is right side up, right? It's not inverted. Top is on top. Okay, this is virtual because it's behind the mirror and it's going to be smaller. This is, remember, what our security mirrors, right? You see the image right side up, virtual, and always smaller. So we call this virtual, right side up, and then smaller. There you go, folks. That is how you do a convex ray tracing diagram. Okay, so go ahead and use these. You can make as many of these as you want in your Notability on blank paper. You can use this to complete your ray tracing sheets for 100% accuracy as well. Remember, the quiz is going to be on Tuesday. Good luck.